What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the new Cerberus on steroids with the new legendary pilots Boris Crow with Atomizer and Biomechanoid Nucleon. Oh, by the way, in this video you also get the 200 winners for the Warrior Typhon giveaway. More info about this a little bit later towards the video. And a moving texture as a skin. Take a look at this Cerberus. There's a moving texture. It's actually like a space or something in the robot. It's easily one of the most beautiful looking robots in the game right now. And Boris Crow, the new legendary pilot, every time you activate a Cerberus ability, he increases the damage output by 15% for 5 seconds. So it's similar to having a, one of those intensified drone modules or microchips on your drone where you have this active module boosting your damage output, right? It's called the modulative intensifier. And it's similar to having one of those on board, but instead of activating an active module for it, you get it every time you use your robot's ability, which obviously you're gonna do about every 10 seconds. And I just caught this guy in his, locked and suppressed, and then I was able to almost kill the entire Hawk right there. So this right here is a full montage with my best moments to cut together for you guys. So let's show you what this new amazing looking legendary Cerberus on steroids can do with Nucleons and Atomizers. The weapons have been nerfed a little, but they're still incredibly powerful if you ask me. You see how fast I dropped down the Nightingale to low health. Coming around the corner here trying to bring him down. I saved myself another phase shift here and I got the Nightingale before I die. So we're gonna die now and I'm gonna jump right into the next situation of cool combat immediately. Again, this is a combat montage, if you will. I was able to almost take down the, Ravana with me. So let's do a little bit of sniping. 500 meters isn't sniping, but, long-range support, if you will. Like the content if you haven't yet, guys. If you do like the content, obviously, then maybe give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. R-Type right there. We dropped him to last stand, and now we finished the entire leech. I don't know if his leech ability was already used or if he simply forgot to use it, but, yeah, we got him down really quickly there. Then also going for this guy, heavily supporting our team from, by the way, a position that I personally like a lot on Castle. If you see me play range setups about 500 to 600 meters range, very often you will find me on this position on Castle, or on the other side when I'm playing on the other side of the map, right? Because from here, you can shoot people trying to cross the narrow beam on the top left of the map. You can shoot people trying to capture the bridge. You can, shoot people trying to get to either of these positions. So it's a great position to be on and help out on every corner of the map if you have the range to support this playstyle, right? 500 is what you need to have at least. 600 is even better, having 600 meters range in this case. So dropping down this guy to last stand, that was a good health, or help rather. We don't have overdrive. What we have here is the balanced unit. No, we have a last stand and balanced unit, I think. So a bit more health, a bit more damage output, and we have last stand to protect us. Because I usually only run overdrive on setups that have at least 3 passive modules. Well, 3 is top, so that have 3 passive modules. Only there, in my opinion, overdrive really makes sense, because then you can maximize it by having the highest amount of damage return, and also getting that damage way earlier at a 75% mark rather than 66% health, right? So the chance of having already lost weapons before you get your added damage is much lower, and that is the biggest danger for running overdrive, if you ask me. But ladies and gentlemen, this is also, as I said in the beginning, the giveaway announce video, okay? So the 200 Warrior Typhon giveaway we had last week, it's ended now, and you'll find the winners of said giveaway in the comments down below, in the pinned comment or in the video description in the Google document link, okay? So make sure to visit that Google document link if you participated in the giveaway and see if you are among the winners. As usual, it can take up to 3 weeks for the prizes to quietly arrive in your hangar without any notifications. Usually it's faster than 3 weeks, but I just say it can take that long to be on the safe side, okay? I don't want to promise anything that might be going the other way or something. but usually it's like a matter of 1 or 2 weeks before the prices are in your hangars. And yeah, so check out that link, Google Doc link that I posted for you in the pinned comment and video description. That's where all the winners are sorted by ID. Again, I'm trying to be as fair and as random as possible with the winners. I'm not trying to pick favorites. I'm not even trying to really read the comments from people. If somebody says, Manny, I like to participate in the game, in the giveaway, but you suck and I don't really like your content, you know, this guy has the same chance of winning than someone who says something nice or something, because I feel like I must be very neutral and as fair as possible with this, okay? So, yeah, check out if you have won, and sorry if you haven't. There's always going to be another giveaway every month, and statistically, I think the chance to win is somewhere way below 1%. So, 0 point, I don't know, something, okay? And in that case, obviously, you cannot really expect to be a winner if you participate a few times. But it's a free chance, you know, it doesn't cost anything, and, you know, why not, right? Send the ID and platform, and then stay tuned for the video and see if it worked. And, I don't know what I'm gonna be offering you next month. Maybe the Ox Titan, that would be awesome, the Ox Minos. Maybe there's gonna be an Ox Arthur, that would be cool. Or maybe I'm going to be offering you guys something other than that. Maybe a Dread Shell or... Who knows, right? I'm trying to give you the best prices always. I usually have a few prices to choose from, and I usually pick the ones where I think you guys want to get the most. And usually that is more robots than weapons, right? Often I also would have the chance to give you like a Sonic Havoc or something, but I think a robot is usually more desired as a price. Than a weapon would be. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, right? I mean, I could always be wrong with something like that, but I guess most of the time that is probably the case. Here's an Emmy Hawk. I tried to lock him down as he started to fly over there, but he did have anti-control, so he's gonna make it over onto our beacon. There's nothing I can do about it. I can lock this guy and suppress him. No, it did work, but he did get me anyways. How he was able to do... Look, how much damage was he... Look. I am at 40,000 HP now. Oh, no, I'm 16,000. 14,000 when he is suppressed. Ah, that's how he was able to kill me. He was suppressed, but I was so low on health that even despite suppression, he was able to kill me. Okay. I thought I have like 50,000 HP and he still killed me. So, we won that match. Let's jump into the next situation with that awesome steroid Cerberus. 2.2 million damage almost. And it's a team deathmatch match on Springfield. And one thing very rarely happened here. I went over into the enemy base, and I somehow was able to just, you know, basically start spawn killing them from behind. All I had to worry about was one Hawk spawning there, and then this sniper Jäger. And this guy clearly wanted to use his Jäger for the rest of the match as a sniper on a sniper map, but I really ruined his day right there by, you know, bum rushing him basically, and just taking him out of the game so early. Like a minute and a half in, and he was already destroyed because I walked this far into his base, actually behind the enemy base on Team Deathmatch, and was just able to take him down. And I'm pretty sure he got a little upset because he got zero backup from his team. And that is something I would be upset about too, right? If I play a sniper on a sniper map, and there's literally not a single soul out there helping me getting rushed in behind my base already from a freaking rusher that walks across the entire map, yo, that would get me a little bit upset about that too, and I think I can definitely relate to that. So, yeah, sorry for your team in this case, man, but I had to take you out there with that Jäger robot because those Gauss weapons and the center cannon, they are very dangerous. Whenever my health is low or my shield, that thing could drop in and like give me a nudge, and I'm down to last stand in one hit. So I'm trying to be cautious here. Now I have to battle a very strong brawler. One of the strongest brawler in the game, which is the legendary, it is a legendary piloted Blitz robot with a Death Survivor ability that gives him his ability twice. But despite that, I was still able to out-brawl him here and win the fight. He had his ability twice with the Death Survivor skill. He had his legendary pilot for maximum resistance during the ability run, I think. So I don't think he did have a yellow shield, right? It was without that. So yeah, that was as good as it gets for a Blitz robot, and I was still able to beat him in this brawl, which shows that the Cerberus is actually very powerful. And again, you see now I activated the ability, and in the top left, you see that 3.4 seconds more, I'm gonna be benefiting from additional damage output. That's the damage increase that you get from the legendary pilot. Now, is this the better legendary pilot than the other guy who gives you 500-meter range on the Cerberus ability? Well, to be honest, I think the Cerberus should have 500 meters range on that ability from the first moment it set foot on this game. I don't think it makes sense that the ability only has 350 meters to begin with, and you know, the Typhon robot got it for free. The Typhon robot got the 500 meters range for free by default, because Pixonic realized it's the right thing to do. And the Cerberus pilot had to get a legendary pilot for it, which is okay if you have the pilot. The thing is, though, if you now want to use the other new legendary pilot, then you're back at 350 meters range, which is completely outdated on the Cerberus, if you ask me, right? So I think somehow that new pilot should also include the 350 meter, 500 meter boost. Maybe it just is the better legendary pilot and has both of them, because quite honestly, the Cerberus doesn't really work unless you have the 500 meters range for the ability, in my opinion. And maybe it's just me, but that's how I see it. And again, I think it should have been introduced with 500 meters range from day one. It wouldn't have been overpowered. It is absolutely not an overpowered robot. It gets killed so incredibly fast, and it's so vulnerable, right? And the big thing is that is one of the big problems I have with this robot, is that it only has 2 passive modules, and I have asked so many times Pixonic to please consider giving the Cerberus a third passive module slot, because it is our community robot that we voted for, and then it ends up being kind of screwed due to that missing passive module, because it makes a lot of difference. That could have been an anti-control, that could have been a last stand, or in my case, it could have been a third overdrive, which I like to use so much. And yeah, unfortunately, none of those options are possible there because of the fact it only has 2. It's still not too late, Pixonic. You could still give it a third passive module. I really don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, so that would be still cool if you guys could make that happen. It's not really a biggie. And the same, by the way, goes for the Fury. I think the Fury also needs 3 passive modules really, really badly. It is one of the most attractive snipers in the game. With a jump unit, the Fury is so much fun to play, but those 2 passive modules make the sniping at max damage rate really bad, because, again, overdrive isn't going to happen here so well. And the Behemoth, although it technically having more firepower and 3 passive modules, the annoying thing about it is that it doesn't offer you mobility with firepower. So that's where the Fury comes in, and that's, I think, where the Fury should get its 3 passive modules too. And honestly, I don't even think it's needed that any robot has less than 3. Especially, let's consider who are the ones that have less passive modules. It's usually the weaker robots. Whereas this would have been a great opportunity to balance newer robots versus old by giving the older robots more and the newer robots less, right? That would have been also one way of handling it. But instead they went with the overpowered stuff, already getting that overpoweredness and then getting 3 passive modules, which in my opinion is a bit, you know, weird. It doesn't make sense. That would have been a great balancing opportunity here that is not used. And, you know, even if you don't use it this way to balance it and give the newer less, how about you just give every robot 3 passive modules no matter what? Maybe, except maybe, let's say, a Cossack or low-level Destrier stuff. They maybe don't need it for low-level play, but everything starting from Fusion upwards, in my opinion, should already... All of them should have 3 passive modules. I don't think there's any reason not to give them all 3 passive modules. Why not? It's something for you guys too at Pixonic, right? People will equip more modules, maybe buy themselves an extra last stand or something that they wouldn't have fit otherwise. And it's just a win-win. And those older robots are a little bit allowed to compete a little bit better with the meta, right? You might see a Fujin a little more often, or a Carnage or something. I would run a Carnage from time to time if it had 3 passive modules. It would be a great sniper. And yeah, so just an idea. I think it's outdated to not give all those older robots 3 passive modules. Just make it happen. there's nothing wrong about it, in my opinion. Unless I'm overlooking something here, and if I do, let me know, guys, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it, right? So yeah, that's it for now. Winners, again, as I said in the video description and pinned comment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm wishing you the end of a nice weekend, because I think this is going to be released on Sunday. Or is it Monday? I'm not sure. If it's Sunday, then I wish you guys a nice weekend. And yo, see you in the next video. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.